Same thing, orange stage, watch outside of the vehicle, path to travel violation. Good braking, good braking. Good braking. Amazing job. Uncommon thing, side of the vehicle, left turner or right turner in this situation. Did a good job with the braking.
Tell me to slow down.
That's fine. All right, watch out, watch out, watch out. The road looks kind of terrible. Oh, yeah. Careful, careful. Check your pantalones on that one. That is a possible hazard out in the wilderness, out in the mountains. Animals are a hazard, but then take a quick look. You know, we have, you know, the cliff right here. We have debris, okay? So you never know if there's a little bit of debris here. So when we do that whole outside, inside, outside turning, we could possibly hit debris on that. That's why I like to maintain just a middle. Honestly, I'm not here racing. I'm not here doing anything crazy. I understand line of sight. I understand for the best positioning for speed. I understand all that, but I'm out here enjoying the vision and view and all this stuff. I love it, the cool weather, and I'm just gonna stay middle, and take it nice and easy. Now, if there's a hazard in the middle, I'm gonna go ahead and just go around it, adapt to the hazard, planning my ride. Yeah, watch out for animals. That's one of those situations where you don't have control. So if you don't have control and something bad happens, that's why you need to wear full gear. Full gear, hopefully it mitigates any type of injuries. Hopefully it prevents a lifelong injury, a life-altering injury, or a life-ending injury. Scared you because you weren't paying attention. All right, we're riding at nighttime. Watch out for pedestrians. Watch out for dump. That was a panic brake. Turn the handlebars, apply the brakes. We're getting too close. You see the learner plate? Good thing he's got gear on. Good thing he's got gear on.
Me. Hang on, stand down.
He's got full gear, so if he crashed, he'd be fine. Okay, we're riding at night, so we have very low visibility. We have a lot of pedestrians. That lady had that thing on her neck, so she's probably, you know, having a good time. So this is late at night. We have a lot of people making bad choices when they're crossing the street when they shouldn't. But that's not what the problem here. The problem is that our buddy that's up front is going to apply the brakes. Okay, we're really close, so that means we have like a split second to react. I don't understand why. I'm not going to say anything right now about him, but I don't understand why he's applying the brakes and maybe doing a U-turn in the middle of this. Bad communication. That's why you guys need to grab yourself a Cardo, free compact talk, whatever it is. Links are in the description for that. They sponsor this channel, but this is way you guys can talk to each other. This way you can be like, hey, I'm going to be turning around after this turn right here. Hey, slow down, you know, blah, blah, blah. You guys can actually communicate. Typically, you're going to have to do hand signals, but hand signals are no fun when you're trying to do a U-turn. So make sure you guys grab one of those. That way you can talk. That way you don't have this. Okay, so what happened here with him, though, is that since there was poor communication and he applied the brakes, right here, we had to react way late, like too late. Okay, look how close we are. Also, they have learner plates, so maybe there's just not that much practice, not that much training. We also have that on the second channel, Motorcycle Training Concepts. Guys, we have so many channels. It's great. You guys have been amazing and super supportive. What's happening is he's in the middle of a turn, so he's turning, and then he applies that brakes way too hard. Okay, one of the first things you learn in the MSF BRC1 or any motorcycle class you take is you need your handlebars straight when you apply the brakes, because if you have them turned and you apply the brakes, it'll stop and then fall over to that side. When you apply the brakes, it's going to stop and do this, okay? So if you have it in line, it will go back basically towards that rear tire with that momentum. So when you have it turned, you're going to stop, but then it's going to go towards the side you were turning, okay? So that's what you need to watch out for is right here is that if we're going to be in the middle of a turn and apply that front brake, it's going to dump towards the inside of where we're at. And you'll learn that with parking lot practice, slow speed maneuvers. So in this situation, just don't be so close. That would have prevented all of this. But if you are in this situation when it comes to being too close like this, use your rear brake. You're already going slow. Rear brake will give you more stability. It's not going to cause that extreme jostling. And then possibly, you know, the best thing is just to prevent it. Okay, just communicate with these Bluetooth systems, guys. So that's where the dumping is. So when he dumps the bike and he falls over, that's your shoulder, that's your elbow, that's the side of your head, that's your hip, that's your knee. Got a lot of problems with that. So make sure you wear gear too. Smart rider principles, everybody.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Bruno. Hey, thank you guys. Guys, join the Discord. That's free. Bunch of people just like me, bunch of people just like you are on the Discord, just chit-chatting. We want to help each other out, and it's free. Click that link, it's free. Oh, oncoming thing. Good job. Good job slowing down.
Stupid bastard!
Good job slowing down, Doom YZF. Good job. So here's the thing. See, with this, we have that crest of a hill. You could barely see this area right here. So the crest of the hill, they're coming up the hill and we're going to be going down the hill. So we don't know what's coming up that hill. But once you see somebody like this, like anything that's in the roadway that a normal vehicle would try to go around, kind of be careful. Okay, this is a blind corner. It's just a vertical corner, okay? Okay, uncommon thing in a common situation. It's very hard to see, but he's kind of in our lane. He's kind of like this, okay? Kind of like that. So if that's the case, let's go ahead and position ourselves for safety. Let's move over to lane position 1 and kind of hug this left side. Still watch out for anybody wanting to pull out here, but we have this immediate threat. This is an assumed threat. This right here is a possible immediate threat. This is something that we see. So his reaction is to horn. That's fine. But you see that right there. Now we can see the full picture. Okay, so we're positioned for safety. So that's why I said Doom YZF did an amazing job. But the patterns, remember, what I look for is what would cause a vehicle to get into my path. And it's usually something like that. It could be a parked car. You know, I see a crest of a hill and there's a parked car. Of course, another car is going to have to go around it and they're going to have to go back in their lane, but they're going to be in my lane in the meantime. So I'm going to position myself off to the left side. And if it was on the other side, I'd position myself off to the right side, you know, if there's a vehicle here. So you just constantly change these things and adapt to these hazards. That's why I use the acronym, the whatever you want to call it, plan. Okay, position yourself for safety, locate hazards, adapt to hazards, navigate threats if they become a threat.